And whether you're thinking of starting up your own business or preparing for another year, we've got some tips. And for that expert advice, we're joined by CEO of the Lee Group, Mark S. Lee. Happy New Year, Mark.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
So glad you're in here. So tell us, if someone's thinking of starting off a new business in the new year, what would you suggest?
The very first, the very first thing I would suggest is make sure that you take your idea and write it down and go ahead and have a plan. And what happens is that most people get excited in the new year. Hey, I got my buyout last year. I got some money in the bank, whatever. I got $75,000, $100,000. And they want to plop it down on doing something, but they're not exactly sure what to do. And the first thing you do is get the idea, write it down, and come up with a plan.
And you know what, we tend to go into January so energized,
Yeah.
right? You know, on so many levels. I mean, you've heard experts say before, maybe pump the brakes a little bit. Like you said, write out your ideas, write out your plan. Is it a good idea to maybe take a pause and say, let's just kind of think this through before jumping in?
Absolutely, because 50% of new businesses will fail within the first 12 months. So if you're thinking about starting a business today, early January, and if you launch it today, you launch it next week, you'd be very lucky to still be in business by December 31st of this year. So to answer your question, yes, take a pause, take a quick deep breath, make sure you write everything down. If you have a passion, make sure you have that passion, write it down, write that plan, make sure you get the right people on board, talk to a banker, talk to your informal network, make sure you write it down.
What are some of the challenges businesses are going to face in 2024, and are they the exact same ones they had to face in 2023?
There's the extension of what we had in 2023. The number one challenge still is going to be the economic situation, and specifically inflation. So that was the biggest issue for small businesses last year, was inflation. So inflation is coming down. The good news is that it's coming down, but the biggest issue people are having is, well, the cost is still high. The cost of the product is still too high. The other issue in 24 is going to be new technologies. Artificial intelligence is continuing to evolve and grow, and businesses are not clear on how they should handle that. Okay, so you need to learn to embrace technology, embrace artificial intelligence. The last one is going to be talent. That was the same issue that we had last year, right? Are there enough people out there that you could certainly seek out to hire for your business? That's going to be an ongoing challenge this year.
Yeah, and those are some of the challenges. You know, we got to brush up on industry trends. Yeah. Everywhere I went yesterday, folks were talking about all these new trends that we're starting to see. How important is it to have a good grasp on those trends?
I think you should have a good understanding of trends. Why? Because they reflect what consumers are looking for. Many people in the past year are continuing to purchase product online. And let's just say, for example, you have a product, but you're not promoting it online. That's an issue. So consumer trends, industry trends are important for you to understand. You need to understand, where's the market going? What's the target market looking for? Young people are into the streaming service. Do you understand that? If you're going to promote your business, how are you going to promote it, right? So you got to find that balance between the traditional and the non-traditional media as well. So make sure you understand the industry trends, because whatever happens in the industry could ultimately impact your business as well.
Any other thing you can suggest for somebody really pondering, thinking of starting a business, going out on their own?
You know, I tell people all the time, if you have a passion, don't be nervous. You know, dip your toe in the water. What happens is we talk ourselves out of starting a business. And you've worked in corporate for a long time, or you've been working for someone else for a long time, but make sure that you have a passion for what you want to do. I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Write it down, have a plan, and have confidence, and ultimately have fun.
Hey, I like that.
So important.
Ultimately have fun, but write it down. I like that as well.
Write it down.
Yeah. Good tips.
All right, Mark, thanks all for joining us this week on Strictly Business. Time for a quick break here. We're back in a couple of minutes.